This year marks the 150th anniversary of Stetson hats. They've topped presidents across the decades and given famous people a down-home look. But the classic cowboy accessory also faced a bumpy trail. Jan Crawford is at W.J. Colt Outfitters in Fairfax, Virginia, with how Stetson is getting back in the saddle.
Well, good morning. You know, there once was a time when wearing a hat was as much a part of your wardrobe as wearing socks. Well, those days are long over, but the hat and that iconic Stetson are starting to make a comeback.
On the big screen,
It's like we got ourselves a ladies' man.
John Wayne and James Dean embodied the spirit of the American West.
Like you too.
But the Stetson, long synonymous with cowboy culture and country music, is no longer a sartorial staple. Even today's superstars, Keith Urban, Thomas Rhett, and Luke Bryan, perform hatless. That cultural shift hit this American icon hard.
The Western lifestyle and hat is something that we could never, ever, ever do without.
Before she was named Stetson CEO in 2012, Izumi Kajimoto was a key player at all-American labels Ralph Lauren, Marc Jacobs, and Calvin Klein.
This is the wall of iconic hats.
Or versions thereof.
Now she's looking to remake a fashionable hit of America's classic hat.
You're basically trying to make the Stetson cool again.
And I don't think that's a lot of work. I think we're at a place where dress is neither a novelty or a fashion flash in the pan, so there's our opportunity.
You think you look good in whatever they sugarcoat you in?
Stetson is finding that opportunity in places like the festival circuit, where British bands like The Vaccines and Mumford & Sons are refining American cool.
So this is the benchmark. It's kind of an adorable hat. Oh, cute!
Born in Japan and raised in America, Kajimoto says she sees Stetson with a unique point of view.
You know, sometimes you see a fuller picture of yourself when seen from the outside rather than from the inside.
And when you saw Stetson, what did you see there? Kind of as an American, but also with that outsider's perspective.
Yeah, very, very American, and something that's so purely American, which is the American West, you know, the cowboy, the manifest destiny of sort of an endless horizon, and everything's possible and anything's possible.
You're going to take the brim, temple to temple with your thumb, and it'll get a nice even break there.
Haberdasher Sean O'Toole is starting to see an uptick in sales at JJ Hat Center. Founded in 1911, it's New York City's oldest hat store, where a burst of steam still provides a custom fit.
Since 2011, every year has been an upswing.
Where are we today in terms of the status of the hat?
I think the hat has come back a great deal. I think it still has a long way to go. I still think a vast majority of the population is just getting into it. You find images of Times Square from the 30s and 40s, which is a sea of hats.
Stetson's heyday dates back to the turn of the last century, when the company had some 5,000 employees. Its Philadelphia factory turning out 2 million hats a year. Today, that number is closer to 500,000, most made in Garland, Texas. But the company is now based on the not-so-wild west side of Manhattan's Garment District.
How many pictures?
Where Kajimoto leads a staff of 8. Here, they're marketing the 150-year-old company for a future that also includes emerging markets in Europe and Asia, where the Stetson is seen as a cultural and collectible symbol of America.
The Chinese can get a hat anywhere.
Exactly.
What is
they
it
make
about
them themselves, you know, in billions and millions of ways.
But you're exporting not just a hat to China.
We've got a dream. We've got a little bit of a dream, and we always have. It's that same fascination with, you know, America is different. It's a one-of-a-kind identity and one-of-a-kind legacy that we're representing here.
Now, when you hear Stetson, you're probably thinking a cowboy hat, but the company actually makes hundreds of different styles. They range in price from $30 to more than $400. I found a favorite, this $200 classic. Gail, what you think?
I like it. Thank you, Jan.